With more on how the faithful in Paris are adapting to life without their beloved cathedral is Crux faith and culture correspondent Claire Giangravè from outside Notre Dame in Paris. Claire, welcome. Always so good to talk to you.
Same here, Liz.
Claire, Notre Dame's near destruction has been an incredibly painful one for the entire world to witness. But how exactly is the Parisian Catholic community coping with all of this?
You know, Liz, you would expect that coming here you would see a depressed city, sad for the loss of their lady, their center beating heart of Notre Dame. But instead, what I saw, especially in the Catholic community, starting with the Chrism Mass on Wednesday, was a great sense of hope. And not just among Catholics, but also with people of other faiths. This sense that this is a moment of rebirth and renewal. We've spoken to people who are teaching at schools. We've spoken to people who work in crowdfunding for the church. And everyone seems to find this as an opportunity to start back from the roots and rebuild their cathedral from the ground up.
And speaking of that, can you tell us more about these rebuilding and these funding efforts?
Well, as we all know, the Cathedral of Notre Dame, like all cathedrals that were built before 1901, actually belong to the Parisian state. That means that it's up to the Parisian state to take care of keeping and constructing and maintaining the building. So most of the costs will be taken on by the French state, thanks to also generous donations from all over the world. But when it comes to the inside, the relics, the pieces of art that are special to the Catholic Church, that's a responsibility of the Parisian diocese. And also we've seen the Vatican and several dioceses around the world trying to contribute and help in recreating it. Lay people will have a key role in this moment in trying to bring back Notre Dame to its great splendor.
And Claire, you attended the Chrism Mass that you spoke about earlier on Wednesday, and it was at a new home for Paris's faithful. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, the Archbishop of Paris, Petit, spoke to the community the first time that all French faithful reunited once again to pray together and prepare for Easter. And he told them that this is a moment to rebuild the church, but not just the cathedral that they had watched with tears in their eyes fall and burn away on Monday, but also the church itself. Let's not forget that France has been through some of the most systematically horrible moments for just not the Catholic community, but for the whole world. Think of the death of Jacques Hamel, who was killed in his church by a terrorist. Think about the terrorists who tried to attack several parts of the town. Think about just the suffering of the Catholics in this city who feel that they could never really express their voice and are often called the zombie Catholics. This is a moment for Parisians, and Petit reminded that to all the faithful, to not just rebuild the cathedral, but to rebuild the church. And to do that, they need to go back to their roots.
Claire, as always, your perspective and insight are always spot on. Thank you so much. It's great talking to you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Liz.